Russell Westbrook, the man, the myth, the legend, where will he be going? If you don't know, Russell Westbrook requested a trade because PG's out of town, man. Paul George went to LA to play with Kawhi. KD went to Oakland a long time ago, and now he's in Brooklyn. Russell Westbrook is the last of all of those elite Thunder players to be on the team, and he recently requested a trade. So this video is about where Westbrook can go to where they can afford him, and he has a chance to compete and possibly win something. And I have 3 teams where I think he'd be a great fit. First up, this team's in the East. They're damn near already locked for the NBA Finals, or at least the Conference Finals, and that is the Milwaukee Bucks. If you pair Giannis and Westbrook together, I feel like you got a pretty filthy 1-2 punch right there. You know, that Bucks team was pretty good, but it was carried by Giannis, and they only went as far as Giannis could take them. If they have a good coach, they can actually lean on Westbrook if, let's say, teams are just building a wall around Giannis. So the proposed trade I have, Bucks fans, you might not like this one, maybe you will, but Middleton just signs a fat contract. Westbrook has 4 years left on his huge contract. I say you trade Westbrook to the Bucks and you send the Thunder Middleton and Ilyasova. That's a trade that financially makes sense, and the Bucks at least get better, right? The Bucks get better in my book. Chris Middleton was an all-star this year, but if you paid attention to the stats and the numbers, his stats went down this year from last year. He also had a horrific playoff run. Last year he had an amazing series versus the Celtics. They eventually lost that series. We haven't really seen him do much in the postseason. His numbers went down this season. The team honestly just got better in general this past year. He didn't get better. You know, Giannis didn't necessarily get better. Everyone else, the pieces they acquired, that what made the team better. I don't really think that Chris Middleton is like a guy that really is just, you know, they need him to win. I think if you trade Middleton, get Westbrook, I think that team is just as good, if not better. Because Westbrook, you can be a Westbrook hater, you can call him a chucker, you can call him whatever you want to. He's a walking triple-double. Those points still count. Those buckets still count. Those boards still count. Those assists still count. Do not sleep on Westbrook. So I think Westbrook to the Bucks, he's instantly competing, and I think a lot of guys are scared of the Bucks. Now, if you can somehow make it work to where they could have Westbrook, Middleton, and Giannis, I think that would be amazing. But when I was doing the trade simulator, the trade machine, I couldn't get it to happen. So I say, hey man, send Middleton to OKC, send Westbrook to the Bucks. Westbrook, I mean, we see he already doesn't mind being in these quote-unquote small markets. He's been happy in Oklahoma City. So I say, hey man, ship him up to Milwaukee, put him in the East. I think guys would be scared of that Bucks team. So yeah, the Bucks are my first destination. Honestly, my favorite destination on this list. All right, team number 2. I know Westbrook instantly makes this team better, and I feel like they'd be crazy not to do this trade. And again, the Thunder, since they're tanking, since they're rebuilding, I know they can eat these contracts. So I say Westbrook to the Miami Heat, and the Heat's in the Thunder, Dragic, Johnson, and Dion Waiters. They're all on 1- and 2-year contracts. The Thunder can easily eat their salary since they're just in a rebuilding process now as is. And again, you get Westbrook out of town, you send him to the East, you send him to a great location in freaking Miami. Miami is amazing. And then that Heat team with Jimmy Butler, Westbrook, Winslow, Miles Leonard, Bam Adebayo, like they have a team. They have a legit starting 5 that people might be afraid of. It might put fear in a couple people's hearts, man. Russell at the 1, Jimmy at the 2, Winston at the 3. That's a nice front court. That's a legit front court. Miles Leonard can space out, and Bam's a legit, more or less, rim protecting center. So again, I think that makes the Heat a legit team in the East. Not a legit team for the title, but a fun team to where Westbrook can be competitive. It's something to build off of, and they can make a playoff run. So I think this will be the perfect fit, or the best fit for him. Now this third team is going to come under some scrutiny. I don't think everybody is going to think that it makes this third team better. Some people are going to say it doesn't matter. Some people are going to say it's only one basketball. It's not going to work with these 2 guys in this system. But I say, if you send Westbrook to the Rockets, and the Rockets send the Thunder Chris Paul, Clint Capella, and PJ Tucker, okay? So Chris Paul has a terrible contract, fat contract. He's only getting worse. He's over the hill. He's getting more washed as the days go by. I say you send him to the Thunder. Hey, the Thunder can eat that contract. They can buy him out. They're rebuilding. It doesn't matter. Buying him out makes no sense, but again, they can just eat that contract and make Westbrook happy. Clint Capella. He looked pretty terrible this past year in the playoffs. I believe the Rockets are working on calling up a big man from the D-League who's pretty athletic and can shoot. I could be wrong about that. And PJ Tucker, who's a good guy, but probably shouldn't be in Houston and probably shouldn't be starting in Houston. So I say, hey, you ship those 3 guys out of there and you bring in Westbrook. Now, again, in the playoffs, we can even talk about versus the Warriors in particular. Clint Capella was non-existent, and Chris Paul was damn near non-existent. I say if they have Westbrook, you can at least count for him to be there, and you can at least count for him to get certain numbers. Chris Paul, last year he got injured when they were making a playoff run, and then this past year, or this current year, he just was absent in the playoffs. His shot load wasn't that high, and then when he did shoot, he just looked horrific sometimes. So I say, you know what, hey, get him out of there, and just have Westbrook and Harden doing their thing how they kind of did in OKC, and you can maybe even give Harden more time to rest in this lineup or run them both at the same time, you know. But again, I feel like it would be fun to watch. I feel like the Rockets get better because if Chris Paul is past the hump, which I personally think he is, Father Time is undefeated. We know this, unless you're LeBron. But other than that, and even then, LeBron is getting watched in certain areas. So I say Westbrook instead of CP3 is so much funner and just better to watch. And it sounds fun. And you can even send over, I don't know, you can send over, let's see here. You can send over Dennis Schroeder too. Dennis Schroeder's kind of expensive. You can send over Steven Adams too if you want to. But yeah, for sure, for the most part, give me Westbrook on that Rockets team with James Harden. I figure something's going to happen. Something's going to work out. Eric Gordon come off the bench. That's a solid bench player. I don't know. Now, what's interesting is when I was doing this trade simulator, certain teams got better and certain teams got worse, which we know is going to happen, but not quite how I expected. For example, when I send Westbrook to the Rockets lose 4 less games. I don't know how sending Chris Paul for Westbrook, I think Westbrook's the upgrade, and Capella for Steven Adams. Steven Adams is an upgrade. I don't see how they get worse in my book. Of course, they do lose PJ Tucker, who does give them good minutes and does play good and damn near guards 1 through 5 and easily 1 through 4 on that team. I don't think the Rockets get any better or any worse with that deal. I feel like they get a lot better. Now, with Westbrook going to Miami, I was proud of this one. The Heat win 5 more games with Westbrook, and they also just get from under some contracts, but like with the salary cap, sometimes you got to pay guys. Sometimes the guys you pay aren't the best guys to pay. They get from under Waiters, Johnson, and Dragic. Ship those guys out to OKC. Bring in Westbrook. I think him and Jimmy Butler, and again, Winslow just have an awesome time being toxic and playing defense. Like Jimmy Butler, Winslow, and Westbrook is like when you're playing Park and 3 lockdowns pull up on you and they're just on the mic being toxic. I feel like that's the real life version of that. And that could be fun to watch, and those guys can compete. The NBA is wide open. The NBA is very wide open. If Kawhi would have went to LA, I wouldn't have said this. But since Kawhi, well, he went to LA, but since Kawhi went to the Clippers rather than the Lakers, LA is in LA Lakers, I feel like the NBA is wide open. I feel like freaking the Clippers can win it. The Clippers can win it. The Lakers can win it. The Sixers can win it. The Bucks can make a run at it. They can easily come out the East too and make a run in the finals. And depending on where Westbrook goes, another team could be right there in that hunt. Kawhi Leonard might have saved the NBA. He might have saved the NBA, man. The NBA offseason is so fun and so lit now. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you think Westbrook should go, could go, would go, best fit, worst fit. And am I just talking on my ass right now, man? Let me know. I'm going to wrap this video up, though. I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.